Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Lucy and it's Wednesday. What time is it here? Oh, well, it's already evening, it's almost 6. So welcome. And here in El Dorado Hills, just to let you know, those of you that have inquired about the fires and as far as our safety, I mean, we're fine here in El Dorado Hills. The fires are about 1 to 2 hours away. We do have a lot of it's poor air quality, so people are encouraged to stay indoors, etc. So other than those people that have been affected by the fires, we're all, us personally, we're all okay. So thanks for your inquiries and your concern. Appreciate it. Anyway, so getting back with Cooking with Lucy, as many of you know, I was just recently in Mexico City with family. I was there for about 2 weeks in Mexico City and then in Querétaro. So I got to consume a lot of my favorite Mexican food as far as local food. And one of the foods that I ate several times was nopales, which is cactus. So that's why I wanted to introduce those of you that are maybe not familiar with cooking it or eating it. It's very healthy for you. And for those of you that are vegetarians, and this basically is a cleaned cactus leaf, okay? And what I did is I grilled all this here on my stove. I would have done it on my grill outdoors, but it was not good air quality, as they say. Anyway, so I cooked those, on a griddle on my stove. And here I have 2 types of nopal salad, okay, that I want to introduce you to. This one is it's kind of like a pico de gallo that you can make, and it's basically the nopal with tomatoes and cilantro, coriander, for all fresh, okay? And then this one here, my daughter suggested that maybe I add mango to it to give it a little bit more taste, because cactus is pretty bland, besides it being healthy for you. So then what I did with the part of the nopal salad is to this version I added mango, okay? So you can add just mango to give it a little bit of flair. It's also all natural. And then another one of my favorite, and this is a fruit, and it again grows on the cactus, it's nopal. Nopal, tunas, or referred to as prickly pear, okay, there it grows on the cactus. And these are all cleaned and ready to be eaten. And you just have to be careful when you take the skin off. The skin is kind of thick, and it does have the little pricks on it, so you need to use a knife and a fork to clean them, and they taste really yummy cold. I like them cold. And I bought these a couple of days ago at the Korean market in off of Zinfandel, for those of you that might be interested. And I bought the nopal, the cactus, I bought them in a little package already cleaned, because you don't want to mess with that. If you can buy them clean, that's better. So, and then what I did today, and kind of experimenting, because I saw it in a restaurant in their menu, that they had served the nopal leaves, and then on top they had like a chicken with some kind of sauce. And what I made today is I made a saffron cream sauce, and this is what this is, okay? Basically it is white wine, chicken broth, some threads of saffron threads, pepper, and a little bit of salt. I used Himalayan salt, okay, and cream, and I used half and half, okay. And of course, and as far as wine, just buy whatever cooking wine or inexpensive wine. It doesn't have to be anything like a dry cooking or just a dry white wine. And then of course, like I've mentioned before in other videos, my chicken bouillon, which is this made by Nor, caldo de pollo, is my go-to condiment for everything. And of course, saffron. And I have a whole supply of saffron. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to Spain, buy your saffron. It freezes great. And when I was in Mexico, I bought some there because it is a little bit less expensive than buying it here. So what I did with the saffron cream sauce today, I added crab meat, okay? And since my daughter didn't want crab meat in it, I set some aside. So this is the cream sauce. As you can tell, you know, it gets yellow because of the saffron. And then just for show, I went ahead and I put some of the crab meat with the cream sauce. I put some on top of one of the cactus leaves. So that's basically, this is going to be my dinner. My husband Larry is out of town, so I'm going to partake in this and with some of my nopal salad, and maybe have one of a prickly pear, which is the name in English. I think I mentioned that earlier. So if you have any questions about any of this, please do. You can private message me. And as far as there is a trick on, one more thing, there is a trick on cooking the nopal. I cut it up, you know, the raw nopal, you want to cook it, boil it, you're going to boil it, and you put a little bit of baking soda. If you can, if you have a copper type pan like this one, that's what I cooked it in, because my cousin Chucho, thanks Chucho, he made some of the nopal salad while I was in Mexico, and I ate with his family one day, and it was so, you maintain the greenness. You see how green this nopal is in here, and this one is kind of faded, a lighter version, a lighter green. Well, this I cooked in the copper pan, that's what he suggested, and then I put some baking soda in my water, okay, to cook it. And I did chop it up first, and then I put it, you know, in to cook, okay? So that's a little quickie instruction on how to cook your nopals, okay? So enjoy. Thanks for joining me, and have a good evening. And this is Cooking with Lucy from El Dorado Hills. Take care. Good night.